What's good, YouTube? It's a Christopher through prophecy, and yeah, congratulations to the Lakers, I guess. I thought, I thought the Blazers could take them to 7 games. Obviously, it did not go as planned. Because of because of the matchup. Obviously, the Blazers don't play defense, so. I mean, they have two good solid rim protectors, but they just don't play defense. I think that's one of their, downfall. Uh, even if they have Hassan Whiteside, you can only do so much, and you got Nurkic, who's not really a rim protector. Um, but yeah, um, so now we'll see who faces the Lakers. Is either gonna be the OKC or the Rockets. Can the Rockets force a game 7? Because they're down 2 games to 3 right now. So the Rockets would have to win game tonight and then have to win the next following game, which I think the Rockets will obviously win. Because like I said, you don't want to extend any playoff series. You know what I'm saying? I think the Milwaukee Bucks should have swept Magic. But then again, obviously, any anybody can get hot in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like how Allen Iverson and his squad beat the Lakers in Game 1. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought, oh, the Lakers was gonna sweep the 76ers. You know, Allen Iverson came out and said, not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? And he took it to them. You know what I'm saying? With the squad that he had, he took it to them. And they obviously won 1 game. In that series, obviously. They set the tone in Game 1 and they, obviously beat them. But for the Rockets, boy, I mean, they still planning on playing that small ball. You know what I'm saying? No center type, playing style, which is never gonna win them a championship. You know what I'm saying? Only fools for goals can think like that. That style of play will never win you a championship. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have to have a rim protector. Look at I mean not OKC. Look at Golden State Warriors. You know, like the Golden State, that was their kryptonite right there. They never had any. They never had a legit rim protector. Yeah, they had Bogut, and then obviously they had JaVale McGee, but they didn't have a solid rim protector. You know what I'm saying? And that's what hurt them. Same thing with Miami. Miami never had a solid rim protector. Yeah, they had Birdman, Joel Anthony. They had Haslam. They had or they had Anderson. They had Chris Bosh. Sometimes they play out the 5, but none of them were solid rim protectors. So until later on, obviously the Heat got Hassan Whiteside, and he had that one great year where he averaged like 9 blocks per game. So, but other than that, his production kind of fell off a little bit. But in order for the Rockets to actually beat the Lakers, Russell Westbrook and James Harden is gonna have to go off every night. That's just basically it. Harden, he's gonna do what he has to do, and for the love of good, and for the love of God, Westbrook got to show up in these playoffs, man. Like, it's one thing that you miss half of the games in OKC, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to have to step up your game if you're going to beat this Lakers team. Now, I'm not saying this Lakers team is good, it's bad. It's in between. It's kind of shaky. You know what I'm saying? This Lakers team is not really established well. So the Lakers do have weak spots if you know how to attack it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the Rockets is going to win just one game. Now, I'm not going to say that they're going to win the series, but again, I see the Rockets going to 6 games. I think the Lakers will beat them in 6. That's my opinion. And yeah, the other series I can care less about. I mean, I already know who's going to come out the East. The West is kind of shaky though. Because you never know. You never know. Anything can happen. You know, like the Lakers can find themselves in a 2-0 hole right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but obviously, I know they can't consistently play like that because that's just who they are. You know what I'm saying? They had that one good night. They had that one good night just for Kobe Bryant. Because obviously, it was his birthday and stuff like that. So they had that one good night. But so far, they've been playing good. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, can they keep the momentum going? Don't just stop just because you're playing the Rockets, because James Harden is going to get his buckets. Russell Westbrook, if he puts his mind to it, he can get his buckets. They still got Gordon. They still got PJ Tucker. So they have a squad, you know? So, like, how are they going to neutralize James Harden? Are they going to let Russell Westbrook shoot? Not exactly. Like in crunch time, who's going to take the last shot, Westbrook or James Harden? Because we all know on the Lakers, we all know who's going to take the last shot, and that's LeBron James. Unless, he gets double teamed. But other than that, LeBron James is going to take the last shot. We don't know who's going to take the last shot in, H-Town. But, I'll leave it to that. A dead clock is right twice. A dead clock is wrong twice a day. But my prediction, I had a pretty good, solid predictions. I said the Mavericks was going to win 2 games, and they did. The Clippers closed it out in 5. What else? Damn, if I could just find my notes. Hold on. I think it's here somewhere in this book. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I had the Bucks and Magic. No, I had the Bucks and 6. 4-2. Okay. The Heat and the Patriots, I had the Heat going to 7. I was wrong there. The Celtics sweeping the Sixers, I had that correct. The Raptors sweeping the Rockets. The Raptors sweeping the Brooklyn Nets, I had that correct. Okay, and then as for the West, I had the Lakers in 7, but obviously, the Blazers wind up. The Lakers wind up beating them 4-1, but I had them 4-3. Okay, the Clippers and Mavericks, I had the Clippers in 6, but obviously the Mavericks won it in I think 5, so they won the series 4-2. The Nuggets, I actually had the Utah Jazz sweeping the Nuggets, but obviously I was wrong there. And I have OKC and the Rockets going into Game 7. Now, if OKC can beat the Rockets tonight, then they'll force a Game 7. You know what I'm saying? But my prediction wasn't really that bad. It was just off the top of my head. I didn't do no research. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing. It was just all off the top of my head. So I had 1, 2. I had the Mavericks and Clippers. I had the OKC and Rockets, and I had the Celtics and the Raptors. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of eight, Rockets, I had 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 8 games, I had 4 correct. So not bad. So yeah, it is what it is. But I think James Harden can cause a lot of problems because he goes to the foul line a lot. You know, and unlike LeBron James and AD's, he actually knocks down his free throws. You know what I'm saying? Like James Harden is averaging a lot of points in the paint. Contact wise. He leads the league in free throws. So attempts. So, like I said, the only way the Lakers can close out the Rockets and probably sweep them is neutralizing James Harden and letting Russell Westbrook shoot. Because we all know Russell Westbrook is not a great shooter. You know what I'm saying? So there's nobody in that team that can create their own shot besides them two. So if you neutralize James Harden, the Lakers will clearly sweep the Rockets. There's no chance about that. But if you let James Harden go for 60, 50, 40, 59, if you let Russell Westbrook even touch 30, that game, I can see that game. I can see that game going to 7. Even though I said 6, but like I said, if James Harden and Russell Westbrook plays like that, I can see that game going to 7 games. Even though the Lakers will probably wind up winning that series, I can see that going to 7 games. Or they can pull another, the Rockets can pull another, stinker in the playoffs again. Oh, James Harden's a no-show. Oh, Russell Westbrook was like 3 for 25 from the arc, whatever have you. So, good luck to both teams and good luck to everybody in the playoffs. For the teams who did get swept, there's always next year. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the end. I still don't know how the Brooklyn Nets made it. I really don't. I think the Suns would have been a better matchup. You know what I'm saying? Because, Brooklyn Nets don't necessarily got nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then when KD and Kyrie comes back, it's still not going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to trade their pieces like they always do. Because that's how the Nets are. But this is not for the Nets. I'll talk about the Nets for another channel, for another day. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other.